Welcome back, guys, for more Santa Lucia. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've recorded a video. I am so sorry for the long hiatus. A lot of it was just a blend of situational issues, financial issues. My laptop just decided to just kill itself for like 2 months before it just resurrected all of a sudden. I'm not kidding. You can ask some people, they can vouch for me. So yeah, so it's been a crazy 3 months, and I'm so sorry for not uploading. And for all the people who just joined, welcome to my channel. As you can tell, this is all about visual novel playthroughs. I'm currently doing Santa Lucia and Homecoming. Of course, I have more on the way. It's just obviously I have a lot to catch up on right now before I jump onto any new visual novels. So yeah, I'm just so happy to be doing this again, because this is just it's been so crazy the past 3 months, and I'm just happy that I can have a little bit of normalcy again, a schedule again to just upload content. So last time on Santa Lucia, obviously we had like the community service trip. Russell was willing to take Zach over because Zach didn't have a ride. He totally forgot about it. And of course, now we're gonna be heading into a conflict here with, you know, Ben's group with meeting Russell at the community service thing. So this will just be a very interesting shit show, I'd say. I can't wait to see what happens. Also, while I was yesterday, I also caught up to where I was. That way I wasn't, you know, falling behind, because last video I finished off where the demo left off, and obviously there's no save points afterwards, so I had to like continue there. So I think this is where I'm at. I could be wrong, so let's fingers crossed that I'm doing it right. So let's continue. The 6 of us stand together on the dirt path next to the parking lot. I watch as a familiar car approaches us, pulling up close to the curb. Well, here goes nothing. I take a deep breath and prepare myself for the worst. Is that them? Yeah. But maybe I should just go back inside. If everyone's so excited to greet Zach, I should just let them do their thing. Before I even had a chance to seriously consider backing out, the car parks right in front of us. Hey! I'd recognize that pack of weirdos anywhere. Oh, God. The two of them emerge from the vehicle, with Russell quickly rushing forward to lean against the car's hood. Hey, everyone. Can't say expected a welcome crew. Zach, it's so good to see you. Karina runs up and pulls the dragon into an embrace. Yeesh. Does she do that with everyone now? Yo, Russell. What's up, my dude? In contrast, Brian walks up to Russell and gives the lion a fist bump. Should have known that guy would find a way to get involved in this. Don't be such a sourpuss, darling. The more the merrier, I say. I'm not. But Russell! Finally, the event we've been all waiting for. Russell manages to step away from the crowd and addresses the Aussie. Chris. But what are you doing here? He shrugs his shoulders. Surprise, I guess. I'm just doing a little favor for my co-highs. Seriously? The mentors are leaving behind students now? Russell shakes his head in disapproval. You must really get a power trip knowing you hold their final grade in your hands. It's not like that at all! Is it now? I bet you marked an absence for Ben yesterday, huh? I... This is getting out of hand. Alright, Russell. You just got here. No need to start a fight. There you are, kid. You're not hiding from me, are you? Don't flatter yourself. With a smile, I step forward and wrap an arm around him to pass back. Ben, I hope you don't think I'm mean for doing that. I wave a hand in front of me. Nah, you're just doing your job. Thanks. Seemingly wanting to escape the awkward confrontation, Chris joins the others to greet Zach. Pretty place, huh? I nod my head. How was the drive? Besides the countless idiots on the road, it went well. Zach's pretty chill, you know? Huh? You managed to talk to him? Why? Is that weird or something? I shake my head. No, it's just... It took me a while to get to that point. I can't help being so charming, dude. Yeah. Zach, what are you doing? My ears perk up when I hear the tone of Karina's voice. Looking over, I see the dragon cowering behind her for some reason. Did I say something wrong? Chris stands there, flabbergasted. God, I'm sorry if I did. I just wanted to welcome you to the group. Memories of the night we had dinner together flow through my mind. Zach was just as uncomfortable at the sight of Chris as he was his own mentor. I wonder why that is. Don't worry about it, Karina. I've got this. Okay. She steps away and joins the others. I'm so sorry, Chris. This is why I kind of wanted to do this on my own. Huh? Zach maneuvers behind me now. Then I'm the one standing between him and Chris. Zach has a bit of social anxiety. I was planning to ease him into this, but you guys formed a crowd and... I can speak for myself, Ben. I look at him with surprise. Oh? Alright then. Seeming to have pulled himself together, the dragon steps forward. I just needed a moment. I'm Zach Harris. Nice to meet you. That name sounds familiar. I'm Chris Davenport. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I roll my eyes. Is that how they train you to greet people in the mentorship program? Thank you. So now that you're here, I'll be signing off on your attendance for the surface trip. There may be some additional paperwork we'll need to do, but I'll see to it that you get credit. Thanks. That means a lot to me. No problem, mate. I'm glad to see he's working on his problem. Yeah. Pfft. What's so funny? Man, I didn't expect him to be like this. Russell rubs the back of his head. I might have said some choice words about your mentor on the drive down here. Seriously? I felt he deserved a fair warning about what he was getting into. What did you say? Nothing I haven't already told you, kid. So that's how this is gonna work. Okay. Glad to have you on board. The rest of us already ate, but if you're hungry, they're still serving lunch in the cabin. Oh, don't worry. I already ate. Russell and I had some fast food. No doubt paid for in full by the lion. We can get right into it then. Looks like that's my cue to get out of here. Thanks for doing this, Russell. It was nothing. I enjoyed the ride. Yeah, but it's 4 hours out of your life, plus however long it takes to get back. I had nothing better to do with my time. Besides, pulling up some sexy videos and tugging my snake. Ugh, really, dude? What a mental image. Trust me, I probably managed to avoid another existential crisis thanks to this. If you're so adamant about it, though, you can make it up to me later. Sure thing. I think we're ready to start. Chris points at the large group of everyone gathering on the other side of the cabin. You should already have the list of stations you can work at in your packet. I hope you looked them over on the drive. Yep. I'm working with my roommate Shay on roadside brush cleanup. Great choice, Karina. I don't get to see Forrest very often. I think I'm going to join the forest cleanup crew. Is there anything I can do without bags? I hate mosquitoes. You can take the curly jobs with the cabin crew. Ugh. As for me, I think I want to join the beach crew. It sounds like everyone's already made up their mind. That's perfect. Zach? Yes? Unfortunately, I have to keep an eye on you to make sure you earn your credits. But... Don't worry, it means you get to work with me on trail management. I wanted to... Zach's words faded into an audible whisper. My eyes widen when I see a familiar hand fall on the dragon's shoulder. Do you always have to be so overbearing, Chris? God! I don't know how you got this job since you couldn't read a room to save your life. What do you mean? It's obvious the kid wants to work with someone he knows. But we know each other now, don't we? Can't he come with me? No! I already signed up for trail management. And he kind of needs to be with me. Ugh. I won't lie, I think I'd rather spend time around anyone other than Chris on this trip. Hey, Zach. Yeah? Would you like me to stick around for this? I would really appreciate that. Sure thing. I have to stop my mouth from dropping yet again. Russell turns to address Chris. Good news, old friend. Like it or not, I'm enjoying this charade. But you're not a mentor. You're making my Kohai uncomfortable. I'll help clean that stupid trail if it makes him feel better. You really like to complicate my job, don't you? You bet. Just pretend I'm not here or something. That suits you pretty damn well. Oh boy. At this point, I think I'm done getting involved. I did my part after all. When I turn around to check on the rest of the group, I notice they're all making their way for the huge crowd. Well, wait up, guys! I sprint to catch up with them. Well, looks like I've got a decision to make. I don't want to be in a crew without one of my friends, so which one am I going to join? Let's see here. Do I want to hang out with Nate? Do I want to hang out with Ben? Or do I want to hang out with my fave? Yeah, I'm just going to be real. Like, I'm totally biased. I love Carlos. Bye. But anyways, but I also feel like I should give them all a chance, too. You know what? I want to get to know Carlos. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to just... Okay, so disclaimer. This is my playthrough, so I just want to let people know. I definitely 100% recommend people to go in and play the game for yourself, because that would be great. You should definitely support these guys. These guys are great. But yeah, I'm just gonna... For me, I'm just gonna pick Carlos for now. I decided I'd rather not deal with the elements like the rest of them. Even though we're in the mountains, I can feel the heat starting to settle as the sun beats down above us. Carlos has the right idea, I think. Cleaning cabins sound a lot easier than pulling weeds or picking up trash. This cabin looks nice, though. Okay, sorry, another side tangent, but like, these I used to go and go to a summer camp when I was younger, and like, while not as like, you know, furnished as this, it does give me those vibes, and I'm feeling a little nostalgic right now just seeing this image. I managed to get paired up with him without much effort. The ranger in charge of the medium... I just read like the second line. The ranger in charge of the cabin crew directed us towards one of the medium-sized buildings at the edge of the campground. With a quick turn of the key, we're inside. So, this is it, huh? It is. The tiger walks into the room carrying the cleaning supplies and creates an easy-to-reach station on the table. Which side do you prefer? I look around. It's surprisingly well furnished for what it is. A nice sofa lines the right side of the room, while a high-quality wooden dining table sits on the left. This must be one of the high-class cabins. Upon taking a closer look at the rest of the decorations, though, I get the impression this one hasn't been used in a while. A thin layer of dust rests on the windowsill, and I notice cobwebs hanging down from the corners of the ceiling. The fancy rug hanging on the wall looks a bit grayer than it should, probably because it's saturated with dust. The last thing I notice is how humid it is in here. Not a great combination, I'll admit. There's less things to deal with on the left side of the room, so it's probably easier to clean. However, I don't want to look like a lazy ass in front of Carlos. I wonder if I should... Do you always take so long to answer simple questions? Hey! He picks up a rag and a bottle of cleaner, then heads for the right side of the room. You can take the other side. Yeah. He's never been one for small talk. Can't say I'm surprised. He'd rather get down to business instead of mess around. Still, it's a bit warm in here. I tug on my collar a bit. Maybe I wouldn't have been such a bad idea to join one of the other crews. At least there would have been a breeze, right? I walk up to the cleaning station and grab my own set of materials before heading to my side. Nah, I would have been unhappy no matter what. I'm not a fan of back-breaking work. I think cleaning suits me. even if it's boring. Ugh. At least if I had a more talkative partner, things could go a little faster. Well, no sense in dawdling. I should get started. I take a momentary break when I start to feel the familiar pinch in the back of my in my back from bending over too much. So much for avoiding back-breaking work. I sit down on the arm of the sofa and glance at what Carlos is up to. What? My eyes widen when I see he's down to the last section, with everything else behind him practically spotless. Jesus, you're already almost done? Carlos reaches up with his rag and wipes down a hanging shelf. It's higher up than he seems to realize. His shirt rides up, giving me a really good look at his belly as it hangs over his belt. I can't help but stare. Come on, Ben. Don't be like this. With a satisfied smile, he stops standing on his toes and relaxes, then turns to address me. Did you say something? I snap out of it and return to my feet. Oh, I was just asking if you're already finished. You sure work fast, don't you? You think so? I do not think I was that fast. What about you? I grab my rag and return to the small table I was working on. I'm getting there. You have a lot of work still, huh? I start scrubbing really hard and fast. This is so embarrassing. I'm not lazy, I swear. I don't even look up at him, though I'm aware he's coming my way. I take the bottle of disinfectant and spray the rag, then continue scrubbing. How does it work again? Wax on, wax off? No. I'm vaguely aware Carlos is kneeling down beside me. Ben, stop. Huh? He finally regains my attention. I notice his sweat is starting to form a V shape on his shirt. I wonder what it smells like. That is inefficient. Here, let me show you how I do it. His hand brushes past mine as he reaches for my rag. But why am I feeling so weird? Can you hand me the bottle? Oh, sure. He takes it and sprays the table in various spots. You should be spraying the surface you want to clean, not the rag. Once it is wet, then you can wipe it down. I cock my head to the side, slightly confused. What difference does it make? He can't seem to hide a smile. He's enjoying this, isn't he? If you spray the rag, it will dry out before you finish the table. You'll have to reapply the cleaning solution multiple times, making it take longer. He starts wiping down the table in front of me, probably to demonstrate. And he reaches really far to the other side of the table. Stop it, Ben! You can't keep checking out Carlos like that. Even if he's presenting his ass to you so nicely. There. It is done now. I look down at the table and can see my reflection in it. Wow. Ugh, this is all so embarrassing. I never really bothered to learn how to clean better. I guess I was always satisfied with doing the bare minimum, especially when it came to cleaning my room. You seem to know your way around this. I bet your room is spotless. He takes a moment before responding, staring off in the distance. I cleaned often when I was living with my mother. She did not have time for it, so I did it for her. That is all. That's very admirable of you. He stands up again and walks over to the place he left the cleaning supplies. After taking off his hat and leaving it there, he returns to his corner of the room. I think I'm starting to get the hang of reading Carlos's mood. He really doesn't take compliments gracefully, but I can tell that was an appreciative grunt. Taking his advice, I start focusing my work on the legs of the table, spraying the area I plan to scrub down. My ears perk up when I hear a peculiar sound. When I look up, I see... The now shirtless tiger looks back at me with a confused expression. What are you doing? It is very warm. I do not like getting my shirt sweaty. We have to spend the rest of the day in our clothes still. You should consider doing the same. I think I'm good. Thanks. I start scrubbing the table leg frantically. Are you sure? It's fine with me if you take your shirt off, too. I'm totally fine. I can deal with a little sweat. I can't keep looking in this direction. Fuck, he's hot. Even with my attention focused on the work in front of me, I can't get the image out of my head. I feel an awkward tent forming in my pants. Calm down, Rivers. It's just Carlos. Focus on the cleaning and don't be weird. He was sitting next to me not long ago. I could feel his body heat. No wonder he had to take his shirt off. Oh man, how many more cabins do we have to clean? This is going to be a long afternoon. We continue working for what feels like an eternity. I check my phone regularly, but eventually stop because it was getting too demoralizing. Around 6:30 p.m. though, the Rangers call us all back to regroup. They thank us for our service, and we're led back to the main cabin, where we meet up with our mentorship groups again. We don't spend too long catching up before we're all invited back into the dining hall for dinner around 7. Like before, we sit together near one of the back corners. This time, though. And I was like, don't actually break a leg. I've got an extra member. She was fine, of course. Just a little scrape. Sounds like the drama program is really interesting. It's fabulous, darling. You should totally take a class. Everyone's got a voice for the stage if they train it. I'm not much of a singer. He sure seems to be having an easier time opening up lately. I wonder what happened. Was it something I did? Hope so. You're pretty chill, Zach. Thanks. Because... this is kind of unfair. Did everyone get what they ordered? Yep, it's the salad is delicious. Yes, I did. Chris, you know you're not working at the cafe today, right? I know. I just want to make sure everyone's having a good time is all. Take a seat, dude. Relax. You had just as long of a day as the rest of us. I suppose. I watch as he slips right past Zach. In that moment, the dragon seems to withdraw into himself, almost as if he is trying to hide from the Aussie. Yeesh. I know he has a bad relationship with his mentor, but is he like this with everyone in the program? That's when I realized someone I expected to see alongside Chris isn't here. Where's Russell? So, how did work go for everybody? Chris sits down and immediately asks us about our day without taking a single bite of his dinner. It went amazing. The forest here is so beautiful. I'm glad I had the chance to see it. It went well for me too. I actually got to spend some quality time with my roommate. We bonded today a lot better than we were on campus. I'll have to thank my boyfriend later. He's the one who gave me advice on how to handle her. Great. Just the guy I wanted to hear about right now. I can see that gecko's smarmy smile. Those stupid glasses. How about you two? Chris turns to address Brian and Carlos, who are sitting opposite each other on the other end of the table. The cabins were warm. Yeah, the temperature was a lot hotter than I expected, too. I can't imagine how hot it was indoors. That's why you should have been on the beach, man. It was perfect weather to take off your shirt and feel the ocean breeze in your fur. I am fine with where I work today. I know, just saying. His eyes eventually fall on me. And you, Ben? I put my fork down and notice the spike of annoyance I feel. Normally I just brush this off, but for some reason, lately everything's been getting on my nerves. Do we really have to talk about this right now? I'm trying to eat my dinner. Oh. Somebody sounds tired. Don't worry, that's normal. At the end of the service trip, most students prefer to go right to bed instead of joining the bonfire gathering. Would you like your bunk assignment, Ben? No, I just... Now that he mentions it, I'm pretty tired. I'll think about it. No problem, mate. I can't help but stare down at my plate. That's right. I've got this weird communal sleeping quarter we're using. Reminds me of those huge dormitories you see in army movies. I hear the collective snoring already. And you, Zach? What did you think of the service trip? Huh? Unsurprisingly, the dragon bristles at being called on to share. It was alright, I guess. Chris, we need your help! Looking up, I see the rabbit mentor from the bus standing behind Chris. Really? What for? We need help setting up the bonfire. You said you were part of the Scouts, right? I am. I've been with them since I was 7 years old. You can count on me, mate. Without even having touched his food, the Aussie stands up and follows the rabbit out of the dining hall. Phew. Looks like you lucked out. Hey, Zach. Excuse me, everyone. A loud booming voice echoes across the hall from somewhere in the center. If I may have a moment of your time, please. I'm proud to announce that we have a special guest with us here tonight. Standing next to the mentor is none other than Dr. Hernandez. What the hell is she doing here? President Hernandez would like to say a few words to us. Thank you. She dismisses the mentor and begins her speech, managing to project her voice surprisingly well without a microphone. I hope everyone has had a wonderful experience for the service trip. This has been a proud USL tradition for decades, and I am so glad that you were all able to participate. Every year I secretly join one of the locations so I can see our students contributing to the health and strength of our communities. This year is particularly special to me because the Cambrian Valley holds a special place in my heart. It is one of my favorite places in California, and I serve as a member of the board that oversees its conservation. I really have to thank you all, for you've done an incredible job today. This is the cleanest I've ever seen the park. Bravo! In the distance, I can hear one guy yell out an excited, "Yeah!" I hope this experience has taught you about the value of community service. Maintaining our world is not just important, it is our moral obligation. Looking at the students we have this year, I can say the future looks quite bright. Thank you for your time. As she finishes her speech, she receives a brief applause, my bad. She then makes her way towards the exit, where a pair of rangers escort her out, presumably to a private cabin somewhere people like her go. God, I can't be the only one who finds her kind of weird. Not to mention how I keep running into her in strange places. I look over at Zach and see he's fidgeting in his seat, poking at his dinner with a fork. You okay, dude? Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little tired, I guess. Same. Listening in, I can hear that everyone else in our group has started conversations with each other. At the moment, there's only one thing I feel like talking to Zach about. So, Did Russell take off already? Oh. No, he didn't. Really? I figured he left us behind by now. He stayed with me the whole day. I raised an eyebrow at that. Chris didn't mind? If you're wondering where he's at, he said he's gonna be on the Overlook. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Probably didn't want to be around the other mentors. Smoking. Zach says that word with a surprisingly venomous tone. Not a fan of that, huh? It's a disgusting habit. I wish he wouldn't do that. He doesn't realize... He trails off at the end. It's nothing. Never mind. Alright then. Satisfied with how much of my meal I finished, I put my fork down and stand up from my seat. I'm yawning a lot today. I stretch out my arms and back for a bit, since they're still sore from the work earlier. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go check in on him. Are you alright here without me? I'm sure I'll manage. Awesome. If anyone asks, just say I just needed some fresh air. I'll see you in a bit. See you. I could just stick around and listen to the story Nate's telling about his high school days, but for some reason, I feel compelled to talk to Russell. It's a feeling I can't shake. I follow the signs leading to a back exit. As I step out and close it behind me, I'm struck by the loud locking sound it makes. What the hell? I tried jiggling the doorknob to check, but it seems the door locked behind me. Piece of shit. Looks like I'm gonna have to go all the way around to the front if I want to get back inside. Whatever. A cool evening breeze blows past my face, almost as if to apologize for how hot the weather was today. It's pretty late, so the sun is quickly setting behind the mountains and ocean in the distance. With hands in my pockets, I step out onto the dirt path. In front of me, it branches in two directions. To the left, it leads to some tool and firewood sheds. I can vaguely make out a few mentors, including Chris, gathering handfuls and carrying them somewhere. Probably for the bonfire. The path on the right, however, leads towards the cliffside and the spectacular views it holds. Knowing that's most likely where the overlook is, I continue down that way. A raised wooden platform sits at the far end of the cabin with a small set of stairs leading up to it. Near the base, there's a safety guidelines billboard instructing guests on the proper use of the overlook. As I get closer, I see a cloud of smoke escape from the mouth of a very distinct figure standing on it. Russell stares over the edge as the sun sets in the distance. I wonder how long he's been there. For a moment, I start to reconsider what I'm about to do. I'll look around once again, making sure this is the right time to do this. Nobody else is around. They're either inside or busy preparing the bonfire. This is it. This is my chance. I carefully approach the distracted lion, trying to make as little noise as I can. I have to do this. I have to know what happened with that girl. Hey, Russell. The lion turns round as I reach the top of the stairs, seemingly caught by surprise. Ben? The last thing I expected right now was company. He waits for me to join him, next to the wooden railing. Not wanting to leave him hanging, I do so. We We stand together for a bit, just watching the sunset. The valley stretches out before me, and in all its glory. I trace the river as it cuts through the forest and makes its way towards the ocean. The water is tinted an orangish red hue as the sun slowly converges onto it. It's such a beautiful sight. And it would have been so much better if I didn't have that thing on my mind. It's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. The lion lets out another puff of smoke. I watch as the cloud dissipates in the wind. The whole park is quite nice. See why I didn't mind coming out all this way? I even had a slightly above average time cleaning up with the trails with Zach. I could tell he didn't want to be around Chris any more than I did. That guy is a lot more manageable when you have somebody sane nearby, huh? I mean, it's true. I didn't want to stick around because I wanted time away from his hyperactivity. Yeah, you're right. I take it you had a slightly above average time too? I chuckle under my breath. I'd say it was a bit more than slightly above average. Good. I'm glad you had fun. If the school's gonna make you do a menial labor, might as well make the best of it, right? For sure. I continue staring out at the sunset as another silence grows between us. So, thanks for introducing me to Zach. Huh? I look over at him and he lets out another puff of smoke. It's weird. There's something about that guy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's weird. I'm not sure I follow. I'm just glad I met him, that's all. Well, thanks for introducing him to me. You're welcome, I guess? I shove my hands deeper into my pockets. Come on, Ben. Don't chicken out now. Who knows when the next time you'll have this opportunity will be. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I wish I never eavesdropped on the mentors that night. I can feel him looking at me. You okay, kid? Let out a long sigh. It's now or never. Not really, no. Yeah, I had a feeling you weren't doing well. You've been acting kind of off lately. What's up? I heard a rumor about you. Is that so? What's it about? How I'm beast in bed? How I'm a beast in bed? Whoops. I can assure you that they're exaggerating. Well, just a little. Not quite. Okay. What is it then? Shake my head. Look, I'm just gonna come right out with it. Blech. I can tell his expression turned grim. Probably knows what's coming. I heard a rumor that you raped a girl last year. I want to know if that's true. He stares down at me for an uncomfortable amount of time. Then, without answering the question, he turns to face the sunset again. Let me guess. The Aussie finally found his testicles and told you about it. No, he didn't. Not technically, anyways. I kinda overheard him talking about it with another mentor, with the other mentors. He continues staring off at the distance. I should have known. It was naive of me to think otherwise. What? There's no way I was ever going to be ready to deal with this. Fuck! He slams a fist down on the railing, leaving a noticeable crack in the wood. The scratched-in graffiti heart now has a fissure going through it. Russell takes a deep breath, and drops his cigarette on the ground. Before I'm even able to process what's happening, he stamps out the embers with his foot, then kicks the thing off the edge, over the edge. Look, calm down. His glare cuts through my soul like a knife. It's like he's asking how I could do this to him. I just want to know. Is it true? What do you think? Shit. What do I think? Russell's the first friend I ever made at USL. He's done so much for me in just a week. However, he's been leading me on this whole time, too. Every time the topic has a chance of being touched on, he brushes it off. I'll tell you when you're older, kid. Why would he do that? Does he not trust me? Well, why would you trust someone you just met, right? But if that's true, then why go through so much effort for me? Why buy my textbooks? Why give me a private tour of the school? Why? Is he trying to win me over? Holy shit. Without saying a word, he takes off down the stairs. Hey! Wait a second! I didn't even say anything! You don't need to. Doesn't even look back. I watch from the overlook as he makes his way towards the parking lot. Throws open the door to his car, slams it, and within a minute is driving for the exit. What the fuck, man? I stand there, dumbfounded. He didn't even try to defend himself. In the distance, I hear the sound of a car slamming on the gas, making the engine rumble hard enough to shake the trees. The sound of my first friend here. Most likely exiting my life for good. Another bridge burned. I lean on the railing and stare out at the sunset. The sun's just about to hit the water. God damn it. Why couldn't you just say something? Was it so hard to just give me a yes or a no? Why do you have to reverse it on me? It's because it's true, isn't it? He had nothing to say because it's true. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. No wonder he was trying to get close to me. I was probably going to be his next victim. Fucking hell. And what about Zach? Shit. I put him in the line of fire today without even thinking. Oh god, I was so fucking careless. I knew this beforehand and I did it anyway. What if he were raped and I left in the ditch somewhere? It would have been all my fault because I wanted to trust Russell so bad. Corner of my eyes start to sting. So much of my first week was a lie. I can't believe I trusted him. Ben? The sound of my name enters my ears. I try as hard as I can to fight back the tears, but all I can do right now is wipe my eyes and hope I look presentable. Yeah? I turn to face my guest. At the foot of the stairs stands Carlos. What do you want? Sorry. I did not mean to intrude. No. I wave my hands in front of me. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I didn't mean to snap at you. Is something wrong? I dig my hands into my pockets and stare down at the floor. Must you always be so guarded? To my surprise, he manages to get a chuckle out of me. You're one to talk, big guy. You know, I could really use some company right now. You can come up here if you'd like. I think you'd appreciate the view. Thank you. He ascends the stairs and uses the handrail to keep steady. He then joins me next to the edge, taking in the view with his arms folded. It is very beautiful. So, why are you here? He stutters for a moment. Zach told me where I could find you. Yeah, but why were you looking for me? Is something important about to start? He goes quiet. I was worried about you. You did not seem happy at dinner. Oh. He's probably talking about how I responded to Chris. Stupid. God, I'm such an asshole. Why the hell does anyone put up with me? Yeah. I don't know. I can't say I've been feeling well lately. His grunt tells me he's listening. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry. Just know that I've been dealing with a lot of shit. I don't mean to be taking it out on everyone. You don't have. You do not ever have to apologize to me. I understand. You do? I'm somewhat touched by the sentiment. Your problems are your own, but you do not need to shoulder them alone. He looks over at me with a smile. If you need someone to talk to, you can talk to me. I will always listen. Thank you. I can feel a few tears start to well up. I have this warm feeling in my stomach. I do not want to see you suffer. He stares off at the sunset. I feel like I found something this week that I lost a long time ago. What is that? A family. I crank my head to the side slightly, confused at what he means. You mean us? He nods his head. Even Brian? Yes. Even the panda. I just want to double check. Did I read that right? Sweet. Found something this week that I love. Oh, yeah, okay. I understand the context. Took me a few seconds. Did not mean to ruin the special moment. He turns to face me, and I can clearly see the smile etched on his face. Please do not tell him I said that. Your secret's safe with me. You know, they say only brothers can fight the way Brian and Carlos do. Him admitting he feels this way really makes me see their interactions in a different light. Anyway, is everything alright? Your eyes are red. I unconsciously rub them when he points that out. Oh, that. I lean against the railing. It's not important. I had a falling out with Russell. The tiger shakes his head. I knew that guy was trouble. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Thanks. They stand there together, watching as the sun finally disappears behind the water. Eventually, the remaining light follows suit. As we head to join the bonfire event, there's this feeling in my veins. As we head to join the bonfire event, there's this feeling in my veins. One I've been trying to make sense of for a while now. I felt it once before, but I don't think it was ever this intense. I think I might be falling for him. Alright. And this is where I'm going to leave it off today, guys. So, next time we are going to either A, join the bonfire scene, or B, it sounds like a dream sequence. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but nevertheless, oh my god, this is an intense episode. I'm so glad I picked Carlos because it was just like, oh my gosh, this is like, I had a good feeling that this was going to be like, I feel like this is where the route starts taking place, I think. Because I remember hearing that for a while there was no route or anything like that. But I think this was the point because it seems like the type of scene where, like, whoever you pick will meet you upstairs at the Overlook. So, nevertheless, man, that Russell scene, like, honestly, I was, like, feeling Ben right there. I was just like, I have no idea how to feel. It was just like, it was intense. But anyways, guys, next time we will continue through the night of September 8th. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.